So, I haven't done an update very much lately about the Children's Aid. And, oh my God. So, anyways, I think what happened is I got gaslit badly. Someone actually also replaced some of my medication with Ritalin, which exasperated that. And on top of that, I was on a new medication called Vyvanse, and it's an amphetamine, and it works really well for me. I'm autistic and with ADHD, and it was a new treatment, and I had told Children's Aid, I'm a little worried about this because if there's side effects. And I even took a couple extra at one point, which was a bad idea, but we make mistakes and we learn from them. So what happened was when I had an attack, soon after, my kids were apprehended because I was just acting a little funny. But the main reason was because the Children's Aid were getting these emails, and I told them I don't have any access to my email address before they started getting those emails, but they disregarded that information, and they apprehended my children based on emails that I didn't even write. And they cinched it by coming to visit me and seeing that I was a little overwhelmed, thinking, oh, yep, so there's our chance. Why did they take my kids? Because they could. Because they could. Anyways, so when I got attacked, my mental state collapsed. I'd been through too much. I'd already gotten PTSD from having my house lit on fire in Niagara and my child being in such danger for so long, and having a tyrant running my life and knowing everything I did all the time for 7 years. So I collapsed. I had a mental collapse, and that's something I definitely acknowledge. It was after my children were taken. After. And I recovered from it, as you can see. But the thing that happened was that when the Children's Aid saw my mental collapse, they threw a party, essentially. They said to themselves, she's not coming back from that. She's fucked. Excuse my language. And so instead of putting the truth in the court papers that there was a potential for future harm, which is what they would do standardly, they would do that for a situation like mine, where it was a mental health issue, no drugs, no child abuse, no conflict in the community, just mental health, they should have put. But because they thought that I was not coming back from my mental state, because I had been so damaged from being a victim to crime soon after my children were taken, they instead lied in the court papers. Not only that, so they put that I had failed to provide care for my children. I'm pretty sure I have a hell of a lot of witnesses that could say the contrary, including God, but they put she failed to, but not only that, but they put my children in a privatized foster care and intentionally allowed them to become extremely sickly. Yes, intentionally. Now, I'm not sure whether that by intentionally, I mean they looked the other way and said, well, this is lucky for us. Or if they specifically put my children in a home where they would be neglected. But they had plans to take my two beautiful, healthy children and present them in front of a judge looking like they had had a life of neglect. I am calling you out. And I don't care if I'm just one person. Nobody will believe that. Nobody will believe her. Oh, what if I'm such a good person that the people that you paid to gaslight me approached me themselves? What if the people that Ron was paying to get into my Facebook saw his and got concerned and contacted the police? I have the authority and I am in the position to call you out and do it successfully. And I'm going to say it again. Let my children